Well, hello, welcome back. This is UOAbigail, and we are on the Dolphonbox SMP server. You see behind me there the witch farm we constructed in our last episode. I've done a small modification. Let's go ahead and run over there real quick. I went ahead and extended the water, and I moved the hopper train in the front here real quick, so this way the witches can still bob around in there and the items wash directly into the hopper and get sent into the chest here. So yeah, and we're even managing to get some potions of healing out of this. And here they come. So we could actually stand here AFK provided I built some kind of a cover for it. However, I noticed something when I was looking at this. And yeah, it's got kind of a skull-like appearance to it, like a face kind of thing going on there. And I'm not sure if I really want to ruin that by putting a cover over this. I don't know. I may have to decide what to do with that later. Well, anyway, we're getting ready to work on a project which we need for this area here. We'll just go ahead and run through the building rather than running around it. See all these trees over here? I'm going to get ready to chop these things all down. And we're going to be building a automatic tree farm. I've got the planter and the harvester and the redstone engine and some transport pipes. I'm assuming that these will interact with these. If not, I'll have to go with the what were they called again? It's in the transfer. Yeah, the transfer pipe. That's what I was looking up a little while ago. Yeah, the transfer nodes and the transfer pipes, and I may have to go that route and build some of these kind of things, provided that the cobblestone transport pipes do not interact properly with those machines. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this off camera, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Alrighty, well, some time has passed, and we have managed to go ahead and construct the tree farm over here. It turns out that the cobblestone transport pipes did not work properly. It sent the items randomly to these containers, and anything that didn't go into one of these containers wound up going to the end down here and popping out on the ground. So what I've done is I went ahead and made these transfer nodes and then the transfer pipes, and what I've got it set up to do is, first of all, we have those photovoltaic cells here to power it. It runs into a leadstone battery or leadstone power energy cell, and that ensures that this thing will continue to run at night, or if there's a large draw due to multiple trees growing in a short period of time, there will be power to supply this thing. The harvester up here, I went ahead and installed the lapis upgrade so that instead of it being a 3x3, it would be a 5x5 area that it would harvest in front of it. And you can see that it's facing this way to do the harvesting. Everything that harvests goes into this chest, which then this transfer node removes the items, and I went ahead and set up these Java barrels, and I put one of each item that I wanted sorted into them. And you can see that it's been running for a little while. Now, when this thing does harvest, it also generates sludge, which collects in this this beaker right here, basically, and this is an Ender IO fluid conduit, which draws that out into this barrel down here. And you can see it's got 165,000, basically 165 buckets worth of sludge. And this thing's been running a little while, so I've got 3 full sludge buckets already. Anyway, this barrel right here is the barrel that contains the saplings, and I have another transfer node pulling saplings out of it and into this planter, which also has the lapis upgrade. The planter faces upward and plants above it, and you can see it's full of stacks of oak saplings right now. So this thing runs constantly and has provided quite a bit of lumber, 113 stacks. And I've already pulled out several stacks to burn for charcoal or for other uses, including building additional barrels in here, as well as upgrades for several of them, and some more chests and stuff like that. And you can see I've begun upgrading the chests to the iron chests here, and the diamond chests here for storing the, you know, all the valuables there, unsmelted ores, and then smelted ores along with the ore berries that I've picked up over time. I went ahead and upgraded one of these to the obsidian level, and I was emptying all the other ones out using an Ender IO item conduit. So this way I have them all in one location. I haven't quite been able to build the deep storage units yet. I kind of wanted to do that in a later episode. Oh yeah, also I went ahead and expanded upstairs. I'll go ahead and take us up here real quick so you can see I've begun working on the second floor. Got some materials over here. I went ahead and stopped working on it for now. I'll go ahead and show you specifically the outside, how I've decided to decorate this. I'll run out here real quick, and you can see I've begun using this basalt cobblestone, and these are carpenter's blocks because the basalt cobblestone you can't turn into stairs. So I've got the carpenter's blocks here, and I went ahead and used the marble half slabs across the top, and you know, I think it looks kind of cool from that perspective there. I still got to replace all of that with the half slabs across the top, and the carpenter's blocks, the carpenter's stairs with the basalt cobblestone texturing there. But yeah, that's something I've been working on there, and you can see I've got, I don't remember if I showed you this or not, this basically converts netherrack in the magma crucible into lava. The lava then flows into both this drum, which currently is full, and 3 different magmatic dynamos, which in turn power the magma crucible. So every 4 netherrack that gets smelted down into lava, one will power this one will power this one will power this one, and we wind up with 1 bucket of lava back here, which I've then been using to turn into obsidian with the igneous extruder here. And I have out here in the water the aqueous accumulator, filling up the buckets of water that I need. So, on top of that, if you look over here, I've built another spawner. I went to the nether, and right outside where we entered the nether, there was a fortress that I saw off in the distance, and I went ahead and captured a blaze spawner with a diamond dolly and brought it back, and I built this. But anyway, these are some conveyor belt blocks, which you can see that the blaze spawn, and the conveyors bring them out here to the front, and I have a grinder there which will kill them automatically. And it collects all of their drops. Now, unfortunately, at nighttime, this thing is dark. I didn't add any lighting on the inside. I mean, blaze will continue to spawn even if it's at, like, I believe light level 13 and less. They'll continue to spawn. But anyway, at night, other things spawn, and we've managed to collect, you know, a few other drops. But you know, that's fine. You know, I'll take it. And over here, again, another leadstone battery with a couple of photovoltaic cells to keep it charged and running. And of course, we've got our mob juice being collected right here. So, in order to work on these things, I had to, well, not in order to work on these things, but in order to do some of the other work that I was going to be doing, I needed ender pearls. And ender pearls are a little difficult to obtain whenever, even with the ender here, when I enchanted it, it wound up with some knockback. And as a result, the endermen wind up teleporting away. So, I had to build a sky spawner to spawn endermen and drop them. And in order to work on that, I had to build my first jetpack. And I went ahead and built the second tier, the hardened jetpack. So let us go ahead and fly over to it. Oops, that's right, turn the engine on first. And we'll go ahead over there and fly to the spawner. You can see it right over there. And it also uses those conveyor belts to convey the spawn to the drop point. Now, this thing is useful because it also spawns all the other mobs as well and kills them. And well, anyway, the reason I wound up building this jetpack is because building this pillar, of glass there to contain them. Hey, get back up there. I wound up pillaring up and placing the glass, and I'd already built the spawner, and I was just sealing it in, and I kept getting knocked off the pillars by I forget what they were called again, the blizzes. It's like the blaze, but cold, I guess. And yeah, I got kind of tired of that, so I just figured I'd just use a jetpack, and that worked out relatively well. So anyway, I built this up 128 blocks up, and I've got this all sealed in with quite clear glass, so this way we can stand here without worrying about anything, lightning or anything like that. But anyway, this spawner pad is about 24 to 30 blocks away. I can't really remember, but it's a 17 by 17 spawner pad that's 3 tall, and as you can see, the mobs are just falling out of it because I'm so high up that that's basically the only valid spawning spot in the area. And you can see there's an Enderman. Oops, there we go. And there you go. You can see that it's pulling an Enderman in now. He's kind of fighting against it, but he just dropped, and there you go. So yeah, if you stay up here for a little while, you get quite a few mobs dropping out of there, and it wouldn't take very long. I mean, you look at the rates on that thing; it's pretty insane. Down below, I've got a bunch of hoppers that they fall on, and I've got another. You can barely see it down there. Another grinder down there because of the blizzes and any like baby zombie chicken jockeys that spawn will not die from a fall. So therefore, they'll hang around down there and just tie up the mobs. So I put that grinder down there to kill those off and to collect their drops as well. So yeah, this thing's actually produced quite a few ender pearls. Nothing like I intend to eventually produce, but it's enough to keep us going for now. If we need ender pearls for like making item conduits from Ender IO, or like ender infused obsidian or stuff like that for additional builds that we will be working on. So yeah, the jetpacks come in handy for this, and yeah, let's go ahead and head on down and check on the drops. And here we are. So you can see we've got a couple of ender pearls there. There's the blizz, and the grinder should take care of them in just a second. Unless for some reason it's not working. It may have froze up on me. I'll have to go over and take a look at it. But we'll go ahead and take these ender pearls out of here and turn our engine back on. And let's see what's going on. It may be full of mob juice or something. Why is this not working? It's got the power. It's not getting power. Why is it not getting power? Let's take a look at this real quick. Oops. Alrighty, there we go. Now we can get in here and see what's going on. Insert there, and extract there. Well, that is just weird. This sometimes happens. It's rare. But it does happen. I'm going to figure this out off camera and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we got it up and running again. Apparently I had it misconfigured down here, and it was just a matter of changing that to get it to work again. But yeah, it's got the full essence energy now, and it's ready to work. So we're going to get ready to work on something else, and I'm going to go ahead and head back over to the base, recharge my jetpack. What we are needing is a nether wart. Now, I flew around in the nether, around that nether port, the nether fortress and the nether portal out there, and I did not find any place where there would have been the possibility of nether wart. However, let's go ahead and look up the nether wart itself, and you can see here we can do mana infusing with Botania using the blaze rods which we have to create nether wart. So I'm thinking about starting up on some Botania stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Alrighty, well, it took a little bit of doing, but I created the petal apothecary over here, set it next to the water, so this way I could just work right here with the bucket. And I created a mana pool, a diluted mana pool, which required me to create some pure daisies, if I remember right. Yeah, pure daisies, and surround them with stone, cooked stone, smooth stone. And I went ahead and did also a second one that I surrounded with some oak logs to make the living wood. And I made a mana spreader and a bunch of these day blooms and some nightshade. And I made a regular mana pool by throwing a diluted mana pool into the other diluted mana pool. And managed to make an alchemy catalyst. I wound up using that black lotus that I had found, threw it in there in order to be able to infuse the ender pearl required to make this. And we are now ready to make our nether wart. So here we go. And voila, nether wart. So now we can begin farming some of this. I know I've got some soul sand around here somewhere. There it is. So we'll take about 6 of them out for now, and we'll place them down temporarily. I guess we'll just go ahead and go upstairs with them, and we'll place them down up there, and we'll plant this nether wart and let it grow. So here looks good. And we'll farm that up a little bit. And then, the reason we're needing that nether wart is, if I remember right, it's the auto spawner. Find it here real quick. Auto spawner. Yes, it requires the nether wart. So we can make the magma cream, and we've got everything else that we need. So yeah, we'll be doing that, and then once we've got the auto spawner made, we'll go ahead and make the Safari Net launcher and the permanent reusable Safari Net, and then we'll be able to spawn specific creatures that we want. And using that, yeah, I've got quite a few tricks planned, so we'll check that out in a little bit. Alrighty, well, we've got the nether wart farmed up, and I'll harvest that stuff later and increase the amount of nether wart we're growing. I'll probably do one of those farming machines to auto harvest it, and probably throw it in one of these Java barrels. But anyway, yeah, I went ahead and crafted a few of those things that I had mentioned earlier, the Safari Net Launcher and such. Oh, also, I found out the hard way that apparently the Daybloom and the Nightshade despawn after, I guess, 2 in-game days. So, yeah, I'm going to have to make some more. But anyway, I'm going to head down here real quick and show you what I've got done here. Oh yeah, over here, I didn't know if I showed you this yet. I went ahead and built a small little enchantment area. It's just temporary, just so I could get a few things that I needed. But yeah, I cleared out this little room here. And I'm going to be installing the spawner here along with a couple of things. So I decided I wanted to do the floor in, again, the basalt cobblestone, since that seems to be the motif I'm going with in this area, that and the chiseled bone bricks. But anyway, yeah, I brought a bunch of stuff here, including some smeltery components and stuff like that, and a redstone clock and all that kind of stuff. But for now, we're going to just go ahead and do this basalt cobblestone and line the floor with it. Now, I'm not sure exactly how big I'm going to need this to be, but I figured we can just go ahead and do this for now, and then we can adjust the size later. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line the floor with this, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Alrighty, well, we got the flooring in, and we're going to go ahead and start building the smeltery. We're going to go ahead and choose a kind of a centralized location a little bit, maybe. I realize that this is an even number here, so we'll mess with that later. So we'll just go ahead and go to the side just a bit, and we'll put this as the base. And we're going to want to see into this thing from the front, and we're going to go ahead and say that this is the front. So what we're going to do is, let's see here, we'll go ahead and put our smeltery drain on this side over here. So just use a temporary brick right there, and we'll put the drain, make sure this is facing the right way. Nope, facing the wrong way. Figures. Alright, we'll go ahead and change that out. There we go. Alright, anyway, we'll go ahead and place a smeltery drain here, and we'll place a controller right next to it, and we need to place a tank for holding our lava right next to that. And there we go. Now, we're also going to be needing to place our glass here so we can see inside. And we will also be placing additional smeltery drains on this side. One there with a glass between them, and another here. And on the back side, what else we got left here? We have some more seared glass and some seared bricks. We'll go ahead and use the seared bricks. And that should complete the structure, maybe? Yes, okay, it is a completed structure now. Now, we'll go ahead and fill in a second layer, because we need this thing to be at least 2 blocks tall. And here, and we'll go ahead and use another glass on this side so we can see in there. And then we'll use glass on this side completely. There we go. Now we should have room to smelt, yep, 18 items. Alright, so this is our basic smeltery here, so we can see what's going on. I'll go ahead and clean this up, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Alrighty, well, I've cleared out some more room here. Made a lot easier by the fact that there was some gravel up above here. But we're going to be getting ready to build our spawner. And we need to figure out exactly where our spawner is going to be located. So we will assume that we're going to place the spawner centralized to where the spawn will drop into the smeltery here, and any other spawn area around here will be funneled here via these what are they again? The conveyor belt blocks. So, assuming that we build a wall up from here as the front, we know we're going to need to go in by 4. So we'll center it in the center of here between these 3 blocks, and 1, 2, 3, 4. There's where our spawner will need to be located. Now, we'll need to place the spawner at least 2 blocks up. So, what we're going to do below here is we are going to place our conveyor belts facing into the smeltery, so that this way any spawn, let's go ahead and go see how it pushes you right up against there. Our spawner is going to be on top of this, so I've got to go ahead and leave that there for now. But what we're going to do is we're going to funnel all of our spawn into the smeltery. So they would flow like this and fall in. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up, and I will be back with you in a minute. Alrighty, I've pretty well got this thing built to this point anyways. We'll go ahead and head on up above the spawner here, the auto spawner, and you will see that I've got the Ender IO fluid conduit and energy conduit. I currently have some energy hooked up to it via a leadstone battery. What I'm going to place on top here is a fluid tank, one of the Ender fluid tanks once I build it, and I can probably build one right now. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and show you the general size of this thing. I wound up having to expand outward this way in order to encompass the whole thing. I'll replace the flooring later and, you know, do something with these walls to pretty them up, and probably put some facades here so that you can't see that. But yeah, this thing is almost ready to run. So I'm going to go ahead and build the Ender fluid tanks, and I will be right back. Alrighty, we've got the tanks built, and we're going to dye them to match. So this way we know that these are our mob juice Ender tanks. So we'll go ahead and collect this one back. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Takes a little while. Okay, we've got this one back now, and we will set this one up to receive and we will go grab a tank and make sure that this works. It's been a while. I may not actually need these fluid conduits, but we shall see. Just go ahead and grab this tank right here. How much has it got? 115,000. We'll grab that. And we will head back and hook this up and see what happens. And head on up. And just so that we can get up under it, we'll go ahead and add a second one. And there we go. Set this to extract. And it is filling up. Excellent. So, now all we got to do is head up to the smeltery and hook this one up there and set it to extract into the pipe. And we will set this tank there and set it to extract auto, and that looks like it's good. Check this down here. auto extract, insert, and that should be good. Let's head down and check it out. Yes, it is filled with essence. Excellent. So what we do now, actually we got to go ahead and seal this top up. We may later add some redstone control to that section, but for now we don't need it. We'll just control it by whether we give it power or not. We'll just let the power run out whenever we're done with it. So the last thing we really need to do, other than sealing it up, is actually get something in there smelted. So we'll go ahead and grab us a bucket of lava. And we got an empty bucket on us. Yes, we do. Grab some lava. And we will... Actually, there is one other thing we need to do. Very important. Before we actually smelt anything. Because we're going to need to get back up in it one more time. And that is, we need to get our Safari Net launcher. And our reusable Safari Net. And we are going to go capture the creature that we are going to be spawning. And luckily it's not a far journey at all. In fact, we are heading right over here. Provided there's any of them left. I wonder if they all died. It's a very good possibility. Could have been a zombie invasion of some kind. Because it appears this village has been destroyed while we were working. Alright, well, I'll have to go out to the other village and pick up a villager there. I will check back with you in a bit. Actually, I was wrong. Apparently they were just hiding. So we will see if we can't capture this guy. There we go. Got him. And there we go. We have successfully spawned, and looks like I am going to have to put some conduits there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and make sure this thing is not going to continue to spawn anymore. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a, well, maybe not much of a problem, because they'll eventually walk down on their own anyway. Alright, yeah, we'll just go ahead and allow this to run like that. Oop, nope, that's supposed to be set to extract. There we go. And we just need to seal this up right here. And oh, we should probably put some glass right here. I'll have to probably make some more. I don't know if I have any left. Seared glass. Actually, we do have some left. Excellent. So we'll go ahead and seal this up. So there we go. Now we can add our lava. There's the lava bucket. And in the smeltery, all we need to add is just one thing that's smeltable. And luckily we have quite a bit of smeltable stuff on us. We'll do one piece of cobblestone. And we will go ahead and get rid of this. so that we can see. It's about to happen. Come on. You can do it. And there we go. We now have liquid emerald. And voila. Now, unfortunately, these guys will occasionally drop gold. Well, not unfortunately, but for the system I'm intending on doing, we're going to need to remove any possibility of there being gold within the smeltery here, and I'll have to set up a vacuum chest for that later. But for now, this is basically up and running. I'll need to see what's going on here with this. Alright, it ran out of energy, that's what it was. So now it's going to spawn them. And it will continue to generate liquid emerald. So now all I'll have to do is make a blank cast mold and bring a casting table down here and set it up. And I can have an basically unlimited supply of emerald. See, there's the gold coins right there. It's going to smelt those into a layer of gold as well. But we can just drain that out for now. In the future, I'll be setting up a redstone clock to swap which layer is on the bottom here, and it will therefore allow it to fill up with emerald, and I could draw that out into like a tank or something like that. But that's something to do in a later episode. So yeah, let's go ahead and move away from them noisy guys there. Yeah, that was a worthwhile project, because we were going to have an basically unlimited supply of emerald as long as we just can continue to supply mob juice and energy to the smeltery there. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I do want to thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, this is UOAbigail saying, have a great day.